Of all the goalkeepers in the world, you wouldn't expect someone of Alisson's pedigree to make the sort of errors he made during Liverpool's 3-1 defeat at the hands of Arsenal. But you'd be surprised to know that a lot of goalkeepers dither when it matters the most. In the 1990 World Cup, the biggest upset happened when Cameroon inflicted a 1-0 defeat on the mighty Argentina. Francois Oman Bayek scored the only goal of the game, which was a towering header. However, you'd expect Pompidou to make the save, since the effort was rather tame and straight at him. But for some reason, the Argentine number 1 allowed the ball to squirm through his grip. Now, he never recovered from this and ended up breaking his leg in the next game against the USSR. The quarter-final game of the 2002 World Cup between England and Brazil was when Ronaldinho announced himself as a global star. With the game locked and 1-1, Ronaldinho decided to test David Seaman from 40 yards. That lob found its way beyond Seaman. While it was a great goal and all, one thing stands out about it. Seaman was only 3 yards off his line when the ball was struck, which means that he had enough time to make recovery. But for some reason, the Arsenal shotstopper made it look like a near impossible task. Imagine being one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time and putting in fantastic displays to help your team come really close to winning the World Cup and then letting it all slip. This is exactly what Oliver Kahn went through the 2002 World Cup. For 67 minutes, nothing could get past the Bayern Munich man. However, a rather tame effort from Rivaldo was fumbled, which allowed Ronaldo to give Brazil the lead. El Fenomeno managed to get another one in as the Seleção won the first World Cup of the new century. David De Gea's time at Manchester United was great, if you look past some of his mistakes. However, for Spain, we never really got to see the real De Gea. During the 2018 World Cup, De Gea was made the number 1. However, it all came crashing down in the group game against Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo decided to test the Manchester United goalkeeper. The shot had some venom, but it was straight at De Gea. You'd expect that one to be easily gathered, right? Wrong, because it squired through the keeper's grasp and found its way beyond the goal line. Crystal Palace are a mess these days, and it was no different 4 years ago. In a game against Sheffield United, Guaita gave us a great example of how not to catch the ball from a corner kick. The Spaniard managed to grab a curling ball into the box, but he didn't get a good grip, and the ball fell to the floor before crossing the line. A case of butterfingers, perhaps. Playing from the back and acting like an accomplished midfielder wearing gloves is the new thing in football. Ederson can make it as a midfielder too, because the Brazilian is very good with his feet. However, sometimes it might not work in your favour. During a game against Tottenham, Ederson passed the ball to Rodri when the safer option would have been to clear it. Dejan Kulusevski stole the ball from Rodri and scored a goal. That didn't impact City's ability to win the game, but a similar blunder in a Manchester derby came with the sort of consequences that compelled Pep Guardiola to ditch his cardigan for a regular jumper. Ederson blindly threw the ball, and his poor decision, or throw if you will, found its way to Scott McTominay, who reincarnated into Michael Carrick and put the ball into the net from about 40 yards out. Manuel Neuer was the first of these modern-day sweeper keepers who had taken the game by storm. And while he always seemed to be operating on a different level, even the Bayern Munich man could make some truly horrible decisions. In a 2021 Bundesliga game against Mainz, Neuer made a rather uncharacteristic mistake. The German shotstopper fumbled a volley from outside the box into the net. Bayern lost that game, and their coronation as the Bundesliga champions was halted for a few days. For someone who's a starting goalkeeper for the Italian national side, we'd expect a bit more assuredness. In a Champions League game between Real Madrid and PSG, Donnarumma gifted Madrid a chance to go through to the next round. After receiving the ball, Donnarumma passed the ball to, of all the people, to Vinicius. Yes, he was under pressure, but clearing it out would have been the sensible choice here. Vinicius passed the ball to Benzema, who didn't need a second invitation to open the scoring. PSG lost 3-2 on aggregate, and now we know how it all started. If there's one keeper who never recovered from his howlers, it is Loris Karius. The 2018 Champions League final was meant to be Liverpool's return to the top of world football. Under Jurgen Klopp, the Reds were a treat to watch. Every position was stacked with talent, but there were always question marks over the goalkeeping department. Loris Karius was given the nod to start the high-profile encounter. The moment was too big for the German, who made two horrible mistakes that helped Madrid to a 3-1 win. First, a rollout pass was easily intercepted by Karim Benzema to score the opening goal for Madrid, and then a long-range shot from Gareth Bale was flapped at in a very comical manner. Karius blames his two howlers on a concussion that he had from a Sergio Ramos blow, but we all know that the German was simply not up for it. Eventually, Klopp paid good money to sign Alisson Becker from AS Roma, and the Brazilian has been quite dependable between the sticks. Oh, wait, he recently wasn't. Did you see that game against Arsenal? Liverpool needed to register a win over the Gunners to ensure that Manchester City took a back seat in the season's title race. However, Alisson's errors ensured that Klopp and co left London empty-handed. First, there was a mix-up between him and Virgil van Dijk. Rather than show more conviction, Alisson missed his clearance, which allowed Gabriel Martinelli to score in an open goal. Just seconds before the referee was going to blow the final whistle, Leandro Trossard's shot went through Alisson's legs from his near post. Not the sort of mistake you'd expect from a goalkeeper of Alisson's class. So guys, these are some of the instances where goalkeeping mistakes cost their teams more than just goals. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you leave, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons, turn on your notifications, and watch this next video. Till next time.